What's going on, guys? MariK here, back with episode 24 of our Pokemon Radical Red Randomized Nuzlocke. Last few episodes we've been going around getting encounters, trying to build up our squad, build up our options, because we have two really important battles coming up. We've got the battle against the third Johto Gym Leader, Whitney, and the third Kanto Leader, Lieutenant Surge. Both of which are supposed to be pretty difficult, and really, type-wise, it's kind of a problem, especially Surge for us, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I mean, 5 of our main Pokemon, but, like, our entire, like, main slot was weak to his Pokemon, and Marshtomp, yes, is ground-type. Almost all of his Pokemon have, like, Grass Knot or HP Grass, so we might still be using Mudbutt, but for now, first, we're gonna battle Whitney, because we've been battling the Johto Gym Leaders first, and I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do or not. The Kanto Gym Leaders, they're set leveled, but the Johto Leaders scale, so they scale to your level, so I kind of feel like the earlier we battled them, the better. But alright, so the only Pokemon we have in our party right now is Kyrios our Scizor, and first I'm gonna explain why. First, what we're going to do is we're going to explain what we're doing from here on out. This is still a Nuzlocke. We're still playing this as a Nuzlocke to see if we can get through it that way. However, there are a few things have been brought to my attention, and the game is nigh impossible without, apparently there are a few, obviously, much more successful, I wouldn't even say I'm successful, but successful YouTubers trying to get through Radical Red Nuzlockes, and more or less you cannot, I'm told you cannot do this without playing into the full Wi-Fi battler kind of mentality. So what we've been doing is great so far, but it's early game, and that's not going to be able to get us through the game just as is. So what we've been told to do, what's been recommended to us, first of all, money's a thing, because it costs $7,500 to change the nature of a Pokemon. That's not really that big of a deal, but to change a Pokemon's IVs is like $70,000. And as you can see, some of our Pokemon need their IVs changed. So that's going to be an issue. Like right now, Kyrios is serious. We're going to go ahead and change him to Adamant, obviously, but another thing is EV training. Now, we could do EV training the long way. Again, of what I've been recommended and what I'm hearing that more successful people have been doing is, and this is people that have been, 70-something attempts into a Radical Red Nuzlocke, is anything that you can do in the game that you can take that takes time. If you can find a way to cheese it, you just cheese it. So, like, sure, I could go and reset Kyrios's EVs, and then go and battle a bunch of Pokemon and get IVs the old way, like we used to do in the Gen 4 days. Or, I know there's, like, infinite money, there's infinite money codes and stuff you can put in, or whatever. I know you can get, like, you could do, like, Frisk, what was it? I was told Frisk and Thief. But Frisk and Thief don't really work for us, because since we're randomized, there aren't just Meowths everywhere. There aren't just Chanseys or whatever it is that gives you the eggs. There's just not. So we can't really go off of that mentality. But since it is kind of an option, and since the game is made to be played where cash isn't really the issue, as you can see, like, so many of the medicines are 50, 75 bucks versus 200, 300, 400 like they were in the original game. So we might be going that route. I don't have all the codes and stuff for that at the moment, so I'm not gonna be doing that yet. I think I might want to see if it's possible to at least get a little bit farther without having to do that, at least through the next two battles, just because it's going to take time for me to kind of prep for that stuff. But the other thing that people have recommended to me, I was going to bring it up on screen, but I don't feel like I'm going to try that, is there's a Google Doc that has all the all the battle stuff, all the info like that you need to see for Wi-Fi battles. So, this shows us what Whitney's team looks like. And Whitney's team is more or less it's a normal team. Indeedee is it psychic normal? Or is it just normal? Or is it just psychic? I'm not sure. But it shows us here it's got the items they're holding, their abilities, their natures, their EV spread, and their movesets. So we're kind of going to start preparing our teams based on this. Now, we've got this here. We're going to go ahead and move this over slightly. And I will pull the game up right here. And we're going to kind of build a team before we battle her. So Scizor is going to be our starting point, because not only is Scizor an amazing Pokemon, he's only got one weakness, he's got great defenses, amazing offense, but Scizor is also a Pokemon I have used numerous times, super extensively in competitive, because I love Scizor and he's an amazing Pokemon. I hate that I don't have Bullet Punch on him, but we can deal with that. We are, of course, going to make him adamant. Right now, he's just a neutral nature. And as you can see, well, as you've already seen, we need to work on his stats and such. But he's got Technician, which will boost both Thief and... I don't think it boosts U-Turn, because it's 60, right? So, but we've got U-Turn, and we've got Iron Head. Maybe I should have kept Metal Claw, because it would have boosted Metal Claw. Maybe I can go back and relearn it, but we'll see. So, Scizor is an amazing Pokemon, and I feel like it's a solid starting point, since we know Whitney is going to start with Wigglytuff. Well, because it's the first Pokemon on the list. That's what she's going to start with, is Wigglytuff. So, if we go to... This is a special damage calculator for Radical Red as well. So I've kind of, what we're going to do is we're going to leave the EVs the way they are, because we don't have the ability to really do anything with that. So he's got Iron Head, we've got U-Turn, and we've got Thief. We're going to go ahead and throw that against the Wigglytuff. Now, her Pokemon are set to scale level, but I don't know if it's exactly ours. So this says here, it's Adamant, 252 attack, 252 special defense. So, this is a Wigglytuff that's going to hit like a truck. But we're not really worried about its special defense. So, as far as its EVs go, we're not really concerned about it. It's got 46 speed, whereas a perfect EV, or a perfect IV Scizor only has 59. Ours has 52. Which is still fine, because it's still faster than the Wigglytuff. Let's see, Adamant Nature, which doesn't really matter. It's got Fire Punch, Drain Punch, Play Rough. So, Fire Punch, Drain Punch, and Play Rough. So, Fire Punch will almost one-shot us. 6% chance it'll one-shot us. But obviously we're going to be faster, and Iron Head 100% one-shots. That's with no item, that's with no EV investment. So that's where I want to start. Either she's going to stay in with the Wigglytuff, and we're just going to straight up kill it, or she's going to switch out. Now, based on her team, what do I think she would switch into? Nothing really takes an Iron Head well. So she's going to probably go with something that has the ability to take on to take on Scizor. So possibly Miltank. Ice Punch we're not worried about, neither Body Slam, but it does have good HP investment, and it will outspeed Scizor. It's got Stomping Tantrum. I don't know if Stomping Tantrum will do a lot. Let's see. So if we do... was it attack? Yeah, it's HP and attack. 252, 252. It's adamant. And we're not going to worry about any attacks except Stomping Tantrum. Because it's not, the computer's not going to use the others. For sure. And she's got leftovers, so we're not worried about that. Change it to 34. And Stomping Tantrum's going to do maximum 28. So, good chance it'll 4-hit KO. Whereas Iron Head has a decent chance to 3-hit KO. Now, what will happen is, if she switches into Miltank, Iron Head's going to hit, do some damage, a little bit of leftovers recovery. Actually, I should go ahead and, I guess, add that, because that will definitely influence the numbers. See, now it's guaranteed 4-hit KO after leftovers. So, still does solid damage. We still win in a one-on-one there, but... So, she's going to take that damage. She'd probably, swing back with Stomping Tantrum. We would, at that point, U-turn to get the hell out of there, and probably go into a different Pokemon. What do I feel like could handle Miltank? I almost feel like Cofagrigus is the perfect counter. Hit it with Thief. We could take its leftovers. Ooh. So I think that was actually... So we would either Will-O-Wisp it. We could either Will-O-Wisp it and burn it, or we could Thief and take its leftovers. Which gets rid of a little bit of a pain-in-the-ass problem on Miltank, especially with the Will-O-Wisp burn damage, but also giving our Cofagrigus some much-needed bulk. Obviously, Quiet Nature's not what we're going with. We're definitely going to be giving him, I think it's Bold, possibly. I may even just whatever takes away from speed, because this thing's not outspeeding anything. The only other thing I can think of that she would go into, besides maybe the Miltank, if she goes into Indeedee, it is Psychic Normal, okay. So this thing's timid, we don't care about that. We want to see how much damage that would do. And Iron Head would almost kill it. If we used U-turn or Thief, we could kill it. So, I almost wonder. Okay, so then that becomes a situation where, does the computer know that Scizor is going to one-shot Wigglytuff? Switches into this. If we predicted that, because so this thing is this thing's timid, and it has 252 in special attack. We're not going to worry about the speed because obviously, and then it has Mystical Fire, guaranteed to one-shot. So she could switch into the Indeedee, which would outspeed us and kill us. Item has Twisted Spoon, so it does a little bit more. But if we were to go U-turn or Thief, that would straight up kill. We don't want to go Thief because then Scizor is going to have a useless item. But U-turn would straight up KO it and then bounce back for us to just throw something else out, which would be really cool. Now, if she goes into the Drampa, on the other hand, Drampa was modest with HP, so we're going to modest. Oh, let's change that to 34, and he's got Flame Burst is the only attack we're really worried about there. So if she goes into Iron Head, does the most damage. And then she goes into Drampa, and then Flame Burst would fucking murder us. He's got leftovers as well. Abilities random, so we're not worried about that. But we're definitely going to outspeed no matter what. So, Iron Head into that. U-turn out. Flame Burst is going to come in. So we need something that can take a Flame Burst, because this thing also has Shockwave and Dragon Breath. I think a Tem is a good option here, because we're also going to give him his Shadow Shield, so he'll be, super physically defensive. I feel like Druddigon might be a good option. So, because if we U-turn... If he goes into Drampa instead of Miltank or Indeedee, we U-turn out, go into Druddigon. Druddigon takes the Flame Burst. We'll probably make this Adamant as well. We've got Sheer Force, we got Crunch, Rock Tomb, Dragon Rage, and Dragon Claw. I might get rid of Dragon Rage, I don't know. Dragon Claw would definitely do a shit ton of damage to Drampa. In which case, he could predict the Dragon Claw and go back into Wigglytuff since it's a fairy. So I would need a good attack on Drampa. Can Drampa learn a fighting type move? Because I believe Drampa outspeeds as well. We've got a couple fighting type moves. We have Brick Break. It cannot learn. We've got... Where's it? Power Up Punch. It can learn. Now, since Power Up Punch, it does have a secondary ability. So, would it get the boost from Sheer Force? I would say so. We're gonna get rid of Rock Tomb, because I don't think Rock Tomb is helping us at all in this battle, and we can just teach it to him again later. Water Poison's a really good typing here. Wigglytuff can't touch it. Miltank can touch it with Stomping Tantrum, but that's it. Indeedee can kind of touch it. The thing is, I kind of want Squidbilly, because Squidbilly's going to be our defensive pivot. We'll change the nature to make it not adamant, but look at those defensive stats already. So it's gonna take hits. So we're going to probably make Cofagrigus our physical defense, and then we'll make Squidbilly our specially defensive Pokemon. I feel like this is gonna be a lot of editing because my brain is scattered everywhere. I think Virgil's the right play. I think because it's just so defensive. I think that's kind of the play we're gonna have to make. So, all right. As for items, where is our berry pouch? I'm gonna give a citrus berry to defense, to Squidbilly, and to Virgil. Then we're gonna give we have a muscle band. We're gonna give this to Mismatched, and Curious and Atem are actually going to not have items, so that if I need to thief, I can thief. Also because that way knockoff doesn't do as much. I almost feel like that's the correct play to make. We're gonna go ahead and try this out. Alright, so we've got our team ready. I tried to use the ability pill on our Cofagrigus, though, to get it that Shadow Shield, and said didn't have any effect. So I don't know if that's a hidden ability and we fucked up because we didn't use our Dream Ball to get it, or I don't know, because I tried looking. I don't think it's a real ability in normal games, so we might just not be able to use this super awesome made-up ability, but hopefully the rest of our predictions kind of work out well here.
For the last time, I am not taking any more autographs! Oh, that's not what you're here for. I'm terribly sorry.
I mean, if I met Whitney, I'm not really interested in an autograph anyway. I mean, I guess it could be. I do want to collect all the full art trainer for the gym leaders, but I don't know. She seems like such a here, and you know. But I mean, this game's kind of a little snarky and assholey anyways, but I liked Whitney's character in the anime. It was much nicer.
There are so many guys asking to take pictures with me, and then they make gruesome requests like demanding feet pictures. It's disgusting and also kind of disturbing, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm not into that at all. I mean, a selfie would be cool, but you know.
Anyway, I'm Whitney, the world-renowned Miltank user. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Ever since, like, the year 2000.
If an intense battle is what you want, then that's what you're gonna get. I hope you don't let my cuteness lull you. You'll definitely regret it.
Alright, so, as predicted, she went into the Wigglytuff. I kind of want to just Iron Head here because we know Iron Head's going to kill. It's possible she'll bring in bring in the Drampa or the Miltank, so we could Thief to take the leftovers. Or she could bring in the Indeedee, which would outspeed and one-shot Curios. But U-turn would kill. I'm gonna go ahead and go for a U-turn. I feel like that's a safe play just to kind of scout. Okay, so she went into Drampa. U-turn's gonna go in, do some decent damage. We're gonna swap out to Mismatched. I don't know if a Dragon Claw would kill here, but I feel like she's gonna switch into the Wigglytuff, so I want to go for a Power-Up Punch. Okay, she does in fact switch Drampa out. Goes into the Wigglytuff. Now, from here, she could either... She's not going to go for Fire Punch, Drain Punch. She could go for Play Rough, or she could go for Lovely Kiss. So I feel like either way, Squidbilly is our switch in here. Went for the Lovely Kiss, which sucks because now we're asleep. And sleeping in any of the games suck anyways, but... So... Venoshock is still extreme danger to this thing, but I feel like she's going to switch out, so I want to go into... There's no way she's going to Fire Punch. Let's go into... What Pokemon would she go into from here? Let's go back to Curios, so that we can scout. Withdrew Wigglytuff. Went into Miltank. Okay. I kind of want a Thief. Miltank can't really touch us, so let's go for an Iron Head. Okay, she's going to switch back out, switching into the Drampa. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and Iron Head, which is going to do a good chunk of damage. Went Berserk. Great. So we know this thing's gonna go for a fire type attack. So let's go ahead and U-turn out. If the U-turn would have killed, that would have been fantastic. Okay, we're gonna go back out into Mismatched. Here comes the fire type move. Yep, as we predicted. And we know we outspeed, so let's just go for a Power-Up Punch either way. Okay. Because even if she didn't swap out, it was dead anyways. If she did swap out and went back to Wigglytuff and we used Dragon Claw, that bad news bears. So Drampa's gone, so there goes our Dragon threat. Wigglytuff's gonna come back out. I'm assuming a Play Rough comes in here. So let's go back to Curios. Okay, went for the Play Rough. Let's go ahead and we'll Iron Head again. She did not switch out this time. So this Iron Head should immediately one-shot this thing. Okay, that was a crit. That did not even matter. Hallelujah took over and just completely decimated that pile of fluff. That was like somebody fucking just shot a bullet through a peep. Alright, so now the Indeedee's out. We know this thing outspeeds us ridiculously. What was its moveset? This is the only thing that worries me. It's gonna go for a fire-type move here. We don't have anything that can really... I mean, I guess... a temp can handle pretty much everything it has. It's gonna go for a fire type move. So let's go into a Tim. He should eat that up pretty nicely. I wish we had that Shadow Shield. Yep, there's the Mystical Fire. Shouldn't do much at all. Did a little more than I wanted it to. Special attack fell. I'm not worried. We could Will-O-Wisp. I don't think that's really worth... The thing is, if it switches out, Will-O-Wisp would be great. But if it stays in, Will-O-Wisp isn't doing shit, and Thief would be a bit better. So let's go Thief. Went for a Psybeam. That is Stab. We should still eat it. Eat it! Whew! Thief did all of nothing. Awesome. Alright, so it's gonna go for another Psybeam. Who takes a Psybeam the best? Could be defense, or could be Virgil. Let's go... Let's go with defense, because really, it can't touch defense with anything. Psybeam isn't doing shit. Hyper Voice, Mystical Fire aren't really doing anything. Drain Kiss isn't really doing anything either. I'm gonna go ahead and Water Pulse. Hope we get the Confusion. Got that berry. Num num, delicious. Did not num num enough, but... I did not eat that as well as I wanted it to. I don't know if I have to let something die. And Thief didn't... Why didn't even Thief work? Thief did not take an item at all. So we really got fucked here bringing a 10, because Thief not only didn't take an item, but it also... We can't even get the other ability that we were told we could get. So... Let's damage calc it, and let's see... Let's see if Virgil can live 2 hits, because... If it can't, then we're kind of... We know we can kill it if it lives. And that's kind of... But that's kind of the problem, is will it live? Its ability is a berry, I believe. Sacred Sword, and obviously we're going for Iron Head. This stupid fucking... I hate this thing, really. Like, I actually hate this thing. Is it modest or is it timid? I want to say it's timid. It's timid. It's gonna go for... what is that fucking move called? Voice? What was it? Hyper Voice. It's gonna go for Hyper Voice, which I can switch into Cophagrigus, but we know Cophagrigus can't take a hit. Oh wait, it's gonna go for Hyper Voice, so Virgil comes in, doesn't take any damage because he's a ghost type. It's still going to attempt to... It's still gonna attempt to hit us with Mystical Fire. But let's see. Mystical Fire has a 0.4% chance to 2-hit KO. So, and that's in shield form. I think that's the play. I think we go into Virgil. Actually, plus Virgil's got the berry, so no. It's impossible for this thing to 2-hit KO. So we switch to Virgil, goes for the Hyper Voice, we're immune, fuck this stupid ugly looking thing. Oh, now we can use priority, cool. We're gonna go for Iron Head. Went for Drain Kiss. Was it predicting a switch? Why would you fucking use a fairy type on a steel type? I'm not even mad. Let Whitney be Whitney. Alright? Let Whitney be Whitney. Get that thing out of my face. That was the... That thing right there was the thing that was the hardest to prepare for. Because I don't have anything that could possibly outspeed it. So, Whitney goes for Vigoroth here. I feel like Curios is the perfect play here. Obviously, it's not going to go for body shit. It goes for bulk up. That's fine, really, because I don't really care about either of its moves. Let's go ahead and go... Do I think it's going to do another bulk up? I don't think so. It's got an Eviolite. Do I want to Roost and then Iron Head? Or do I want to U-turn out? Is it going to go for the knockoff, though? Or is it going to go for Body Slam? Let's go ahead and Roost, see what it does. It went for another bulk up. That's disgusting. Like, that's actually disgusting. We're gonna U-turn. Win for knockoff. Okay. So let's go ahead and U-turn. And, ooh, nice crit. That did some solid damage. And let's go into... Let's go into Virgil. I'm not afraid of knockoff. Body Slam can't touch us. I'm not afraid of knockoff. And Sacred Sword will kill this thing. We're going to lose our berry, which kind of sucks. Virgil, you should have been munching on that berry like as the damage was going down, so knockoff didn't work, but it's fine. Virgil comes in. Sacred Sword should immediately one-shot this thing. Seriously? Even with the Eviolite? Okay. So, he's going to go back to knockoff. Let's go to Squidbilly. Knockoff comes in. That really fucking sucks. He's going to go ahead and Body Slam, I think, here. So we can go back to Scizor. Went for Body Slam, it didn't do much. Knockoff isn't going to do much either. So we're going to Roost up. I still can't believe Thief doesn't fucking work. I'm going to have to look up why. I don't know if my game is just bugged. Because I'm literally reading the move description. It says, hey, steals a Pokemon's item. Great. I think here we just Iron Head. Because this thing doesn't do much to us. We go ahead and kill it. All she's left with is Miltank. We know Miltank doesn't do much to us. So let's go ahead and Roost. Stomping Tantrum will not kill. So from here, we can just kind of go back and forth between Iron Head and Roost, I feel like. Iron Head did some solid damage. It does suck, though, because she's got the leftovers, so it's kind of going to mitigate that damage a little bit, but us mitigating with Roost is so much more effective. And I feel like this is just staying in is the correct play. Scizor is just... Now imagine if we had this EV trained. Imagine if this was a fair fight and our stuff was... We could afford to EV train our Pokemon. in the same sense that she has hers EV trained. Or if ours had perfect IVs. The way I ran all the damage calcs is that her Pokemon had perfect IVs. So, just imagine the difference in our damage output and how much less damage we would take. I would U-turn into something else, but there's nothing else that really wants to take any damage from her. I had the, we mainly brought a Tem to deal with, the Miltank. To go ahead and burn it with, Will-O-Wisp. But it didn't work out that way. See, now, even if Curios doesn't kill here, we know that another Iron Head will kill, and we know that we're living another Tantrum, especially from this range. And there it is, boys and girls. We 6-0'd Gym Leader Whitney. To this day, her Miltank has never been a problem for me anytime I played through Gen 2, and I was not going to let it be a problem for me playing through this game.
Woe is me. You got 500...
Oh, that's not... It's not a dialogue.
In my younger days, I wouldn't take a loss like that very well, but I'm actually quite happy with myself, as it's clear you're a strong trainer. I'd like you to have these.
We got 8 Moo Moo Milks. We can't use them in battle, so I don't really give a shit.
Moo Moo Milk is a healthy drink straight from my Miltank. I hope your Pokemon enjoy it. Also, here's one of my favorite items.
Eviolite. Now that would be a great move if I had a Pokemon to put it on. Actually, we may put the Eviolite on the Marshtomp when we battle against Surge. That might be a good idea.
It has an added functionality where it prevents evolution too, for your convenience. It's great if you like keeping them adorable. Anyway, I need to bounce. Too many creeps on this route. I hope we see each other soon.
Well, hot damn. Alright, so we beat Whitney. I feel like we prepared pretty well for that, and I feel like we played the prediction game pretty well. So, in the next episode, we'll do a team builder like we did in this one. We'll throw our team together. We'll kind of theory craft and speculate on, wait, I wanted to heal my shit. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Squidbilly did its job for sure, being a defensive pivot. I just wish it could have done a little bit more. Unfortunately, it being put to sleep is what it is, so... In the next episode, we'll do another team builder, and we will take on Lieutenant Surge. So, if you guys enjoyed watching us completely decimate Whitney, make sure you hit that like button so that we know how much you enjoyed this episode. And always remember to save your game, because if you were to lose that data, it would be a shame. And you might lose more than that. You might lose another Pokemon if you had to do this shit again, and that would not be fun. So, we're going to go ahead and get the frig out of here now, and we will see you guys in the next episode.